like to show you some different ways to make some spirals. Start with the simplest type. You just take one block at a time and stack it on top like this. One of the important things whenever you're making spirals, if you'd like it to look uniform, is to use some point of reference so that you're always estimating to stack it in about the same spot. Right now, I'm looking at to see if this point goes right to the center of the block beneath it, and then over at this end here. So each time, I will try to get that point just about that corner right halfway through the block beneath it. And you can see what the type of spiral that creates. Now, an interesting thing is if I were to make this, let me just push that over to the side here. If I were to do this, so now instead of going halfway like this, I'm going all the way, you'll see that this will make my spiral spin around quicker. It makes an entirely different looking kind of spiral. And we put that there. And each time I'm looking at both sides to make sure that it's looking the same at both ends. And so notice that these are both about the same, they're both just about the same height, but they have a completely different look depending on whether I went halfway or all the way, or if I had this so I was just going just a little bit, about a third of the way through or a quarter of the way, then that would create an entirely different look. So just by the way you gauge those, you can control the way your spirals are looking. You can also do spirals. Let me move those off to the side. You can also do two at a time, like this. Most of the time, if you were to try to do a spiral like this, it becomes very difficult to keep things even and straight. So this is one of the tricks for making spirals, and I'll show you an even trickier one in just a moment. But if you build it by the side, you pinch it, and then you put it on like that. And you keep gauging it like this. This will give you a different kind of look. And now I'm going to show you how to make the spiral that you saw on the pictures with the spiral that we have with the globe on top. And this is actually very easy to do once you know this little secret. So that's the pattern right there. And it's all about repeating that pattern. And so if we do that again, just like that, I can pinch these together, put it on, and I'll give it just a half a twist so it's right halfway down there. I'll do that again. And if I just keep repeating this, even a very young child can do this. It's a very impressive looking spiral. And after a while, you can see how high you can get before it starts to lose some of its stability. In the photograph you saw at the beginning of this, the globe that sits on top of it actually adds to the stability because it starts to push weight right down here. As we get up higher, you'll see it starts to get a little bit more unstable, and by having the weight pressing down on the center part, it adds to the stability. So we could just continue to repeat this pattern and get that up as high as we want. We could get it to spin all the way. And this is something that's very nice for making spiral staircases and very artistic sculptures. It gives a sense of motion. And so it's a nice tool to have in your toolbox when you want to build various things.